for the interest of time. Are you getting me? So let's be as brief as possible. Page number 2. Yes, there's that's Brother Moses Kaziba.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, for the opportunity. I think I'm in agreement with Pastor Kum. The failure of the electoral process was actually caused by the misunderstanding that constitutional responsibility, we say the guidance, guiding the renege and whatever doesn't mean to approve. So guide you are supposed to teach and tell them what they're supposed to do. But when they report back to you what has already been done, you are supposed to receive it, not say to approve or not. So the failure was the NEC becoming an approving agent for every election instead of guiding. Guidance and approval is different. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Brother Moses. I think all that we are saying are in page number 6 and 7 for the ratification. Are you getting me? So now, the mandate is incumbent upon you people to see which kind of people that you push and put in the National Council. Are you getting me? Let's leave out all those that, you know, the regional leadership was elected and so this was not done. The association, let's stop all that. So when it comes to page number 6 and 7 for the formation of the National Council, 3 people are going to stand and say, for regional leaders, we want people of this caliber. Are you getting me? For youth, we want this. You know? For Sunday school, we want this because that's your mandate. Are you getting me? Okay. So page number 2, we have anything else on page number 2? Yes, Brother Francis. Francis first. Francis Eko.
Thank you so much. Page number 2, the last point at the top of the neck has now come to an end. I think as somebody earlier on proposed, I don't remember his name from the other side, he said that these people be given another opportunity to serve in that office so that they're able to take us through until we achieve other things that are yet remaining there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. According to him, he says the people whose term has just ended of the National Nomination and Election Committee, that they are given a chance to continue. But that's not our mandate as AGM. Are you getting me? That's the mandate of what? The National Council. Are you getting me? That's the mandate of the National Council. Okay? So, page number 3.
Let me say something on page number 3.
You want to say something before we leave page number 2 quickly? Yes. Then we go to page number 3.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just wanted to give a clarification for the nearby programs or processes pertaining election. What transpires problem, of which it is my request that when it becomes maybe next election to come, the processes was not so coordinative. One, the NNE and RNNE were not properly trained on what they're supposed to do. On the ground that you are telling a regional NRE to conduct election and to form those people, and the financial implications was not clearly communicated to these people. So when they pick the people, and they were calling the people to convert where the vetting process and some other processes, these people, like the financial stand was not there. So my request is in future, if those elections not to cause chaos, let us be clear that the region who are forming the NNRE This is where they're going to get that source of funding. The same applies to what? To an association. And then let these people be trained properly on what they were supposed to what? To be done. That is what brought problems and caused a lot of confusion. Because somebody is going to conduct election when EOC doesn't know what it's supposed to do. So, Mr. President, that is my humble appeal, that in order not to cause this problem we have been talking about, let us channel our thing properly, those problems do not escalate in future.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
My name is Pastor Maxwell Omar from Lira, Lower North.
Okay, thank you very much, our brother from Lira, Lower North. Actually, his point concerning the irregularities in the Constitution about elections. Yes.
If people are fighting and there's no money, what about if you put their money? How much fighting is going to take place? Maxwell, my brother. My brother, if I'm fighting you where there's no money, where there's money I'm going to machete you with the machete. So, you people, on the team of the Constitutional Review, I was given the task to write an article about elections. And literally I know it by heart because I wrote it. When the chairman, NEEC National, gave the nomination forms, most associations did read the forms.
They did what?
They did read them.
Okay, they did read them.
No, because you would find an association, instead of having 9 slots, they are having 13. Even me who wrote the article in Busia, even we had somebody for evangelism, somebody for education, we didn't read the things. We just did our manyanga. At the end of the day, associations who were meant to give forms to their churches and the churches nominate names, don't do that. It was a simple thing and it had to move upward. From association, we come to region. From region, we form a national council. We didn't do that. Now, I don't believe in looking for money to fund the association elections when we can't have money to have an AGM. Those are big dreams for us. Let's dream dreams we can accommodate. And the Baptists, for many years, we have been people who are volunteers. I remember when I gave my life to Christ, my pastor, I became his driver for 3 years. But it was a bicycle. I would ride him on a bicycle. And I don't remember complaining. Where is this heart coming from of this money business of elections? The whole thing is, let's adhere to what we say we have.
Thank you very much, Brother David. Now, I think you people just realize that this is not the first time that we have been doing elections. Are you getting me? We have even been doing elections in the past. But we have not been having constitutional irregularities as what is happening now. Are you getting me? Now, so that is a symptom to me, it's a sign to me to show that some of these articles about elections are not proper articles. Are you getting me? Because they are causing all this commotion. So I would probably, since we are being given some kind of mandate to put up a constitutional review committee, are you getting me? So these people are going to study those articles that are causing all these irregularities so that they correct them and then propose them for approval. And then we have rightful elections without all these encumbrances. Are you getting me? And so this one is beating us for nothing. So the other thing that we are going to do is just put up a committee that will review all these articles and then they correct them and then they make it even easy for elections so that it is approved by the AGM and that's done. Okay? So, but if we just stick to that, we are going to spend here a whole day. Because already those articles have failed us. Are you getting me? They have failed us. We can't correct them even if you are talking now. You can't correct them. So there is an organ that is going to correct them for you so that there is a smooth running of the elections. Okay? So let me give one brother and then we go to another page.
I think when we are going through...
Give him a microphone. No, get a microphone.
In your tour of the country, most of the problems that churches and associations are engrossed in were electoral related. And I think I asked myself and said, I want to borrow the words of yesterday's preacher, that what is our thought about offering ourselves positions in church? Our thoughts to serve God or to serve our individual problems? Because I remember in Koboko, it is elections that broke the church. Because one party says, I am supposed to be the person leading the association. Then the other people, the people have already made the decision, they have elected a different person. Our thoughts about serving God are human. Let us accept this. And unless we remove these thoughts in us, we will continue to make the same mistakes. This is my prayer. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that guidance. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. You just forgive me. Let's continue to page number 3. Page number 3. We have many other things to cover. We don't want to leave here at night. Page number 3. Page number 4. Yes. Oh, number 3. Kadogo. Give a microphone to Brother Kadogo. I told you I know all your names.
Thank you for knowing us all, sir. I'm Geoffrey Kadogo from Itokuru Baptist Church. And I read something to do with the alleviation of COVID-19 effects. And down there, I wrote this: support to pastors, food during the COVID time. I want to say something about this support of pastors. Mr. President, sir, and your team, and the entire country of Uganda, I'm just requesting you that we should look at some things that will make the Baptist proud in the country. Not only COVID support, because COVID was just something that came in abruptly, but let's have programs of supporting our pastors. Yesterday, you spoke and said you know how the pastors are living and how they are struggling. We should not only wait for portion during the COVID time. For me, without the BUU support, I was able to feed my community with over 1,000 kilograms of maize flour. Now, as you think about supporting pastors in the country, think about sustainability. Things that are going to help pastors, even when they grow old, when their children are unable to go to school, the BUU can stand. I'm here because, as a pastor, I've gone through lots of things, and I've never seen anybody coming my way. One time I got an accident, and you see me on this, and you are saying, look at this man. I was a pastor. I didn't receive any message. Even saying, sorry, brother. That's a noise, and it hurts. So it's not only this simple support. Let's support the Baptists in Uganda, that they are able to move on, and they will be able to stand and say, I thank the Baptist Union of Uganda for standing as a brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That point is taken. Thank you, Brother Kadogo, for that. Okay, page number 3. Yes, Brother Amos.
Yeah, Mr. President, thank you very much, and everyone who is meeting. I was just on this issue still about the review of the Constitution, of which is in agreement with page 6, of which I wanted your guidance, at least if we can agree, for the interest of time, if a committee is needed and if the approval is needed for the NAIC, let's deal with it and finish it up, okay? And then we see what we can do so that we can see if we can elect members who can be now helping us to understand this constitution well, and again see which are areas of the constitution need also to amend for the best of our interest in the coming elections. Because we are seeing all the things are flowing like that, and if we don't have a solution now, I'm seeing something going to happen again in the next constitution. Amendments ahead.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so let's rush quickly and get to the National Council, because we can't have this Constitutional Review Committee without a National Council. Page number 4. Yes, Brother Sam Abel.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, and all of us. Mine is just appreciation and saying thank you, the National Committee, for discussing the issues pertaining new associations and the region. I am very happy that you discussed it, and I want to tell you and tell us that for us in our region, Northeastern region, it's a very large region, but very many things are happening, especially in Palisa. For us to encourage development, to enhance development, it will only be good that we give Palisa a region. I'm aware that this will be tackled by the National Council. I am here just to say thank you to you for what you have done. It means you have been doing a lot. May God bless you.
Thank you so much. Before I give someone else a floor, let me just get back to my brother Kadogo. I want to say we are very, very sorry as the Baptist Union of Uganda, though I took up your point, that point is taken, but still I also want to speak about the other second part you talked about, the accident. You know, I'm so sorry because it is today that I'm hearing for the first time that you got that accident. In fact, when I saw you with those new clutches, I thought maybe it was kind of a development because you used to move with those wooden clutches. And now when I saw the metallic ones, I thought maybe, has my brother upgraded? But no, don't laugh, Brother Kadogo. So, but we are very, very sorry. We are very sorry for what happened. And in fact, in any case, someone gets anything like that, please alert us. Because the Baptist Union of Uganda is big and wide with so many pastors. In fact, we now have over 4,000 churches. And the some churches have even 2-3 pastors. And so, sometimes something happens and we don't know it. So please better inform us so that we just come and grieve with you and just stand within that. So Brother Kadogo, we are so sorry for that. Yes, Brother Shannon.
Let me even just let you know that as SOS, we work with Johnny and Friends, which is an organization that helps people that are struggling with disability and need wheelchairs. And so we would love to partner in any way to help people in this situation or in need of mobility devices. So those services are always available through SOS, just through the Baptist Union contacting us. So just so you're aware of that. And we hope to even empower churches to be able to love people with disability in greater ways. So just to make you know. Aware.
Thank you very much. That's also another great opportunity. In any case, there's some disability somewhere, please contact us. Then through us, we shall get to Brother's channel and see the needful. We are on page number 4. Yes, brother, I give him a microphone.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President, for this opportunity. I'm Mr. Kule Richard from Kasese Baptist Association of Churches. On page 4, there is a new association and regions. Though there is a statement which says that some of the regions, some churches applied in good faith. But for the case of Kasese, those churches that have applied, they have not applied in good faith. We still have a lot of issues in Kasese. So therefore, I request that since there is a committee that is going to be put in place, I request the front table that you organize and go back to Kasese before you split the mother association.
Thank you so much.
In addition to that, there is another thing we gave. You see, when you were in Kasese, we were doing much of the constitution towards Kasese Baptist Association of Churches versus BUU Constitution. There is an article where we went through and requested you, since it was written there, that when an association is formed, it must be given a certificate. And I asked you that since Kasese was established, ever and never, we have never received a certificate as an association, yet it was written in the constitution that once association is established, it must be given a certificate. In addition to that, we also tasked you in the constitution an article where an association is being created or established. We say what is written in the constitution was not talking about splitting association from a mother association, but it was only talking about establishing an association where it has not been. Lastly, but not the least, I wondered about the procedure. Lastly, but not the least, it was about if Kasese exists as Kasese, and the issues is about to almost separate the whole system. We request that you don't speed up the split until the Kasese issues are solved. I submit.
Yeah, thank you so much. Actually, that's a very good observation, because the splitting of our association is not out of a fight. Are you getting me? So the split should be very, very healthy and amicable. So we are not... I'm going to give you information. I'm going to give you information. Okay, go ahead.
Split is mutual or unmutual. It is either way you can split in peace, or when the eating becomes too heavy on someone and walk away. And for the case of Kasese, the information, our constitution states 15 churches maximum for each association. Kasese has 50 plus churches. Now it's like you asking people who are going for honeymoon if they are going to have sex. That is very ambiguous. These guys automatically have to split. There are more than 15. So with Kasese, there's nothing of whether peace or unpeaceful. They just have to split. There are 50 plus.
Information, Mr. Chairman.
So that will be that one Kasese. They just need to know that they have to split, because there are 50 plus churches in Kasese. It is the biggest association in our BU. There's no other bigger than Kasese.
No, Mbale is bigger than Kasese.
Mbale,
52.
The second thing I was coming to. There are some regions who also have formed as associations in the regions, and one of them is Eastern region. And we have at least 5 new associations in Eastern region. Our chairman, the regional overseer, sent his apologies. He's not going to come. But he said the member of the executive who is here will represent him. And the member who is here is Pastor Naku Fred, is our regional overseer, as per this AGM. But I know we have 5 new associations, 4 in Mbale area.
Who is supposedly supposed to be your regional overseer?
Is Pastor Reverend Apollo Mwenyi,
okay,
but he has been caught up by things beyond his ability to come,
okay,
which are for Easter, not for here. But we have a pastor here who is supposed to represent us. So there are some other associations which have been formed, which are not on this paper here in your communication. And even Eastern, I'm told even some people came from the executive and you prayed for those new associations. So I'm wondering why they're not here. And then another information, for any part to be a region, there should be a particular number of associations. I have no problem Paris are becoming a region. But I have a problem if Paris is becoming a region without fulfilling the standards which are required of them to form a region. It's not all about forming a region.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Brother David. Wait, I think there are some contentious issues that if we don't speed them up, I think we are going to spend more time. Now, most of your contentions can be handled by the National Council. Are you getting me? Now, even like what our brother is saying is right. We don't want associations to split on unhealthy grounds. But when we form a National Council, they will come to Kasese and visit you. In fact, they are going to the load from my head. Are you getting me? They will come as a national council and look at those details and sit with you. Is it amicable as per now for this association to split? Well, because they have their constitutional mandate. Are you getting me? But is it rightfully done right at this time when they are fighting with their mother? Are you getting me? So the committee is coming. The committee is coming. When we form it now, it is going to come and help you in that. Okay? So unless if someone else, yes, brother, I'm only giving one, just you, and then we proceed to another page. Give him a microphone.
Thank you so much. I'm called Baruch Yohazi, and I'm the pastor of the Lord Baptist Church in Kasese. According to your report, some churches in Kasese have also applied to be formed into Rwenzori Association.
That is page 4?
Yeah,
okay.
Page 4.
New association and regions, okay?
Allow me to report to this meeting that there is already an illegality that is going on in Kasese. Because this so-called Rwenzori Baptist Association has already declared itself into an association. They already have an executive, they already have stamps, they already have even meetings that are going on, and yet from your report you are saying that they have just applied. So I'm requesting your office to preside over this illegality. And this Rwenzori Baptist Association is formed out of bad faith and indiscipline. The champions of this association is an assistant pastor of a former chairman of the association who didn't go through the elections. Secondly, they have already declared into themselves into an association even before going through the necessary procedures for establishing a new association. And they are no longer attending the meetings of their mother association. And the pastors within the churches of the Rwenzori Association formed this association without consultation of their churches. And some of the church members from these churches...
Just 1 minute. I'm giving you only 1 more minute and then we're done.
Please. And some of the church members from this association, this new association, have already informed the BUU about how these pastors have taken them hostage. So I request the BUU to reconcile the proponents of this new illegal association and to first reconcile them with their mother association, especially the leadership, because they have come to a point of closing church buildings when the leadership of the mother association come to visit them. And their motives for starting this new association needs to be investigated further before being granted an independent association. And I request that your office clearly puts it in paper and holds the activities of this illegal association before further commotion can be caused to Kasese Baptist Association. Thank you so much. I submit.
Thank you very much. Whether you declare yourself an association or not, you are not yet an association recognized by Baptist Union of Uganda. If the National Council has not declared you an association. Are you getting me? So when they say Rwenzori has declared themselves, that is up to them. But for us as BUU, they have to go through normal procedures. It's the National Council that has to declare them an association. Are you getting me? So I don't even need to struggle with this because there is kind of a constitution mandate for that. One person and we go to another page. You, my brother, that one.
Thank you so much. I am called Pastor George Amate. I'm from Lower North Region of Dokolo Assembly. We have 4 churches there. In page 4, paragraph number 1, obituaries, I want to speak some things about this because as I'm coming from there, I am loaded with a lot of things to bring here. And I should have spoken other things even, but because there was no eyes kept on me, so I had no position and privilege to speak about it. However, in Dokolo, where I came from, we had lost one of the pastor called Pastor Jado Kupong, and by then I was not even a leader. I was nowhere to be seen, but it is a great concern that some of your leaders or the leaders of the BUU went there, and I believe they must have made some promise to help that family. I myself, I went there on Sunday, and I saw the building where the widow is sleeping. It is almost to break. And in case when the wind comes this season, it is likely to break, and it may cause us shame. This is the appeal that I would love to present into your office humbly, that it is also possible, you leaders, to go for church functions, and it's also possible for you to speak. But you find that finally, some of the leaders that are gone there, they speak things and they don't fulfill. And it is not actually right to speak that you are going to help when you are indeed not willing to do that. Firstly, as we are the servant of God, we have to speak the truth.
1 minute to you, please.
Yeah. This is my appeal to your office. Another thing I would also love to say, because I don't think I will speak again because there were a lot of people to speak.
I will give you some other chance, don't worry, but you just speak up.
Okay. If I will have another chance, then let me end here.
Okay.
But register that and take it vital. Thank you.
Yeah. Now he's talking about promises that BU does. The fortunate part of that, situation is that BU went there for the burial. Are you getting me? We had some representatives there. But I don't know whether some of our representatives there promised some things that were not fulfilled, and I don't know what the things are. But as far as I know, whatever we promise, we give it, we fulfill it. So I don't know what that promise was, but what was the promise? What did we promise and we did not fulfill?
The pastor who took me to that home, he said that the promise was to help that family, and make for them a house.
So who promised it on behalf of BU?
I don't know. I have to find out and let you know.
Praise the Lord. I think I'm a victim of this because I went for a funeral for a pastor in Dokolo, and I was with Pastor Obore. Where is Pastor Obore?
Obote.
Lonnie is there. Obote said, Obore, we never promised anything like that. In fact,
even I was there. What he's saying is
he was there.
Two of us were there.
We were there. I delivered the money which the union contributed, plus the money which was raised on a WhatsApp group. And even after the funeral, some more money came on the WhatsApp group. We sent it to Pastor Obore there. No promises, brother. Nothing. Sometimes maybe people expect and put a promise in your mouth.
Okay, so Brother Obote, sir, you want to say something?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
I'm Obote coming from Lower North, the whole association. I think we need to put it clear. Is it for the family of the late Jado Obon or the late Bosco Bio?
And so there are two people who died. Are you getting me? And so,
Which one?
Even out of those two, is there a BU representative who promised on either of them?
Because,
okay. So I think there was no promise, okay? There was no promise. We go to page number 5.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Page number 5, someone who has not spoken, yes.
I am Bonnie Omara from Lower North. I'm the chairman of Young Central Baptist Association. My concern is on page number 5, the bold writing for formation and growth of churches. Specifically, I want to talk about the growth of churches. I understand that Baptist Union of Uganda work with partners, and some of them I think are mentioned here, if I'm not mistaken, the likes of All African Baptist Fellowship and the BSF. But on this matter, I would like to really apologize for I've moved some distance. I don't know whether I was on the right or on the wrong. I have worked with a certain organization, which I see not mentioned here, called the Union Vision Mission. I don't know whether the Baptist Union of Uganda also worked with them, but they've helped the church and pastoring. But also on a sad note, it has given me really hard time because I started licensing with them some times back, and I joined STC as a student. But I believe many of us noticed the incidences that I went through, which has left me almost like my brother Kadogo. But when now I was in that very critical condition, this organization came about. They reported, they sent me a message. They notified me that, saying that they're already coming, sending a team to come and complete the plague they had made. And indeed they came, but for sure I was not all that well prepared. So it left me with like many deaths, because they needed some local materials, the timbers, the maram, the sand, and the rest of them. So I had to provide them within the shortest period of time. So I involved myself into many deaths because I wanted the service. And as I talk now, the church premise, the church building is well set up now for Lera Baptist Church. So I want clarification here from the Baptist Union of Uganda. Do they also work with Union Vision Mission, or I've made a mess? And by that time, I raised the issue, I raised the concern. Even I called the president, because some years back, I studied with him at Uganda Baptist Seminar. I know him very well. I raised the complaint. He said,
he's a classmate.
Yeah. And also I tried to remind our partner, the CEO of where we are here. But he really told me that the program for helping the church has been suspended for a moment. So now,
giving you only 1 minute.
I just want clarity there, because the matter has left me really with some critical.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Now, I think what my brother is talking about are these Koreans, some Koreans that help in constructing our church buildings, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now he's asking, are they registered with Baptist Union of Uganda? The answer is no. They are not even our former partners. Are you getting me? But churches in different places have gone ahead and maybe partnered with them. Are you getting me? So that partnership cannot be actually hinged on Baptist Union of Uganda. If you make it locally, that is your own partnership. So are you getting me? And according to him, they're even demanding for lots of requirements for the construction. Are you getting me? And some of them go even into loans in order to get those requirements. But I want to inform you that they are not officially partnered with us. And so most of the people that do it just on their own behalf as local churches. Okay, Emmanuel has actually been raising his hand, and I think we shall end with him and go to another page. Give him a microphone.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. I'm so overwhelmed, and I'm happy that people are responding like this, but I see us twinkling the meeting, and we're just running around the meeting, and this meeting is very important. We know very well when it comes to such a meetings, there are some things that raises a lot of concerns. And we have seen the example of the error in our constitution when Jacob Bolanya died. We have seen that. So I think instead of bringing out the association and church, because there is a symptom, let us tackle that symptom so that we can heal the downwards. So let us go to the head, because they say the rotting begins from where? Let us go there. But now we're bringing our issues, and I have issues. Everyone has issues here. Let's go to the point. Because right now, I feel even hungry, but we break up for lunch. I don't know. So let us hit the point.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm not giving anyone else because he's actually guided us very, very well. So we are just rotating. Page 6. Page 6 is very crucial because there are some ideas there to ratify. Yes, Pauline. If you are bringing any ratification...
Our President, allow me to say one or two things. I want to especially thank you, the committee, our EC, for bringing up, I'm commenting on point 1, the suspension of the Constitution, especially particularly that Article 9 of Section 5. I want to commend you people so much, to thank you for making such a decision, because you realize if we don't suspend that thing, the rest of the things you have listed here will be useless. So I really want to thank you for the knowledge that God gave you. But again, I still want to take us to page 4 on obituaries. Look at these people here, they have been working, even those people who have died. So for me, I want to recommend that the GS writes down the names of those pastors who have gone to be with the Lord, at least to appreciate what they have been doing in the ministry. Thank you.
Point taken. Point of guidance.
Let's begin with the head, which is the National Council. And then this Takataka can so let's elect the National Council. Once we have the rest, then which is eating up brains can be sort of quickly.
Yes. Thank you very much, Brother David. Now, we are going to the National Council, putting up a National Council. Now, article number 8. No, I think Pauline has mentioned it, article number 9. And subsection 5, the suspension of the Constitution. First of all, let us agree that we suspend that article in the Constitution so that we put up an election. If we don't agree, then we can be caught offside. So someone is going to read us the article. So we are now forming the National Council. Are you getting me?
Yes.
As they are finding out that article, so I'm just getting to think that some of you people don't read the Constitution. Are you getting me? Some of you people may be having them, but you don't read them. Now I'm urging you to begin reading them even more. Are you getting me? So that yes.
We love you. But the whole scenario here, what is all mentioned here? We have not got the Constitution.
Okay.
The copy of the Constitution. We have not got.
So we are now like now in fish swimming in the what? In the lake. So I think this is a request, not a blame game. We are here to make things right. So I think next time, when we are maybe doing the constitutional review, you submit to the regions, and the regions also flow to us, so that we move at the same page. Because I'm only looking here, the only potential person who's well versed with the Constitution of Congo, and if we also here, we could also express our views. Thank you.
Thank you very much, our brother. So I think we are going to make an effort and make sure that those constitutions reach almost everyone. Are you getting me? We are many, but we shall have some modes of just communicating them to you, either through your association chairman or your regional leadership. Okay? Point taken, my brother from Tororo. Point of information from Moses Kaziba, then I will give to Ben Ariko, and then we'll read the article. But briefly, be very brief.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. I think I'm informing you, Mr. President, you are promising that you are going to make your best to provide the Constitution to everyone. I think that is going to be impossible.
That's right.
And it is going to be impossible. So the best way to do it, Mr. President, we have grown. We should buy the Constitution. So how much? You print the Constitution and say the Constitution costs this amount. Let each church buy the Constitution. So, but to say you are going to provide it, it is going to be impossible.
Thank you very much for that good idea, Brother Moses Kaziba. So I think we are going to levy a certain fee on them so that you people buy them instead of giving them free. But however, these days we can also use kind of soft copies and send them to you so that you can be able to print them. But we have taken your idea, Mr. Brother Moses Kaziba. So Ben Ariko briefly, and then we move on.
Let me clarify on the Constitution. I hope the chair is paying attention.
Yes, please.
And thank you for now paying attention. The Constitution we are complaining has not reached the people. In the forum of the WhatsApp, there are about 277 members. In the email list, there are about almost 300 people. If you are not in there, then probably you don't have a constitution. But we have posted a soft copy of the Constitution to the Baptist Union of Uganda Forum. Also to the email, and most of you are there. So to say you have not seen the Constitution is wrong. A few who are not in all this, true, they have not seen it. But if you are interested, you are saying give it to the either regional overseers or whatever. That one is not going to reach you because our leaders don't want information to reach you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Now, that was about that. I've not given my point. I am here on that was just commenting on this, but I'm here on the National Council.
Be very brief.
National, but why me very brief every time?
No, I think I've informed each one of you to be brief.
Talk, me, I want, and by the way, if anything, I have a lot of information and data that you will treasure from me. But you're trying to muzzle me and not allow me every time to say what people should know. Okay, let's go here. The National Council. If you look at the previous minutes, most of you have, okay? The last page. Turn to the last page. It says resolutions, correct? And if you read there, an extension to have the handover extended was proposed and was passed, isn't it? And also another resolution. Members further resolved that if the regional overseers don't carry out elections within 3 months, the NAIC and the RNAIC cover those offices until they elect. It was passed by the AGM. We are looking for a national council. We have, for areas, there are only 3 regions that have been elected, not officially members of the council. In areas where the regional overseers have not elected, the RNAIC is to act as a regional overseer until elections. It was passed. Check this, read it. Okay? In the associations where the association chairman, because they fear to leave offices, just like the regional overseers, where the NAIC chairman takes over until they elect. What are you looking for? Don't we have the National Council? This here, minuted, agreed by all of you at the AGM. Now, what are you looking for now? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that observation. Thank you so much for that observation. Now, our lunch is almost getting ready. But I wouldn't like us to go for lunch before we get a national council. Are you getting me? So let's push and get geared to getting a national council. Now, we had stopped after we had requested the General Secretary to read us a certain article. Are you getting me? So let him read it for us.
Praise the Lord. The article that is quoted there is 9.5. Article 9 talks about election of officers. And part 5 talks about the process of nomination, vetting, election, and installing BUU officers. And it's a long one, it's about 2 pages. So it is really talking about the process of election. So what we are saying here is to pave way for us today to put a national council, let's suspend the process. That's what we are saying, which is in the Constitution, so that we have a body that is acting for us for good governance of the Union. That's the impact of that.
Are you putting up a point of information, point of order?
Now I'm looking for the neighbors to be addition to what you have just said. Because he can't read the 3 pages. I have them in my head. I don't even read them. But yeah, I have them in my head. But basically, what he's saying is that we are freezing Article 9.5, beginning from A up to where it ends. And basically, we are freezing the process of nomination, of vetting, of electing, and installing leaders. But there are certain things which are going to remain, certain standards. One of the standards which is going to remain, we are not freezing an office bearer called the regional overseer to be a member of the National Council. I don't know if I'm opening your ears. According to Brother Rico, he says there are some regions which, according to them, they are okay. Okay? And then there are some of us, I'm told also Eastern, where we are not okay. Are we together? So our freezing this article doesn't remove the office bearers of that office called overseer, because it is them who are mandated to form part of the National Council. Are we together, my brothers and sisters? Yes. So we can freeze the process of somebody coming from our session, going to region, up to Kampala. But we still retain that somebody to be there from the region, he has to be regional overseer. Thank you.
And let me say this. And like Brother Ben was sharing, we, according to these ministers, are the ones who said the RNAX hold office, isn't it? And we are saying, let's suspend and elect. We have to choose what we are going to follow. I bring a point of information that the current NAIC term has expired. Okay? So even the RNAX, at the point where we are discussing, they don't exist.
They are out of office.
Yes, they're out of office. So with that in mind, let's discuss.
Point of information.
Information. But you know, Brother Ariko said, when it comes to him, I say speak briefly. No, but I'm sorry, just because of time, and just speak briefly. I'll repeat it.
You have all heard whenever Now, I think let's get this clear. My leadership, I think we have struggled on this. I've even tried to guide you on a constitution. You as the executive seated in the front. But to be honest, before everybody, you have ignored the constitution. But now, you are coming to say we want to do this. The truth is, there is clear instructions there. That was agreed, how we should do things. Unless we want just, because by doing that, it means we want to appoint our particular people, going back to camps and blocks and so on. If the system is there and the constitution actually encourages division of labor, let this one do his job, let the other one do his job. You, the executive, be the overseer, the people who are supposed to say others. That's why we have these different departments. The NAIC, that term of office expired, is the national NAIC, not the regional NAIC. Because after forming the national NAIC, we had to go and form the regional and association NAIC. And you even know the constitution says 9 months. So they have still about 9 months. So you cannot suspend them and say their term of office has ended. Their term of office has not ended, and therefore they formed the National Council. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. According to Brother Ben, the regional NAIC is still on, though the national NAIC has expired, but the regional NAIC is still on. Now, so the article that you people wanted us to read to you is an article that stipulates the election process, isn't it? And now it is 2 pages. Are you getting me? So do we read all the 2 pages?
We need to know what we are suspending. We cannot suspend what we don't know.
Thank you so much, Mr. President and the delegates present. For sure, we as executive, we presented our proposals to you. And like we are in the same spirit that we need the National Council. And therefore, Mr. President, I want to refer to our proposals, number 3, where we presented that we are requesting for the tentative National Council to be composed of the executive committee above, or the current regional chairman, the current women leader, Mrs. Paul Nokelo, national men leader, Pastor Peter Mugabe, a male and female member of the current youth, who should be under 35, and one of them must be a student. The National Sunday School leader to be appointed by the National Council. 2 professionals to be appointed by the National Council. And therefore, I'm presenting this for the members to approve. Then we move forward. By that, we'll have got the National Council.
Is that Kenneth? No. Ronnie. I'm only giving Ronnie so that we move on.
I think we have dwelt on that subject too long, and I would propose that let's adopt the proposal on that matter, and we move on.
Thank you. You're like an American. Thank you, Brother Ronnie. You don't just go round, you just straight to the point. So thankful to you. Now, according to him, you see that part number 3, which the Vice President has just read. Let's ratify that. Are you getting me? And then we are done. We shall have formed the National Council. There are some places there that we may not have their people here. But once you allow the National Council will select those very people and put them there. Are you getting me? Yes. So that we don't go round. Yeah. Emma, are you seconding him?
When we are getting married, there is a question they ask. If anyone in the congregation has an issue, you've given us these names. Yes. Maybe you don't know what is burning. Okay. So that's why I'm saying at least let's go name by name.
Okay, good.
Yes, good. Name by name, by position.
Thank you so much. That's a good idea. As if you are seconding him, but you say we use a better procedure. Okay, thank you very much. Number 1, the executive committee members, there are 6, including this opted one, 2. Do you have anything to say about those? By show of hand, who is saying we take those up? Because already the 3 are already executives. By show of hands. Because I want you to, because what I know, David, you are taking us back to counting those that are registered with the union. If not that, now you say your point.
My point is me and there. Just me. At one time,
just have a microphone. So that
at one time, the Victoria Baptist Church wasn't a member of BUU. I'm just wondering, through the GS, are they now members of BUU?
In fact, that's the same thing I anticipated that you're going to say.
Okay.